behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
We are ready to go when you are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 29, the service to Paris. Our flight time will be roughly 9 hours and 55 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check. Gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety features of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminated above your seat. When this light is illuminated, please fasten your seatbelts low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this aircraft, please refer to the safety card in the seat back pocket in front of you.
Parking
In
brake
some
set.
cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to
Lowering
evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen
You may
mask will drop in front of you. To start the
Okay,
flow of
sir. Cleared to
oxygen, pull the
disconnect.
mask towards
Pin has
you.
been removed.
Place it firmly
Seat
over
at
your
the
nose
side.
and mouth.
Have a
Secure
good
the
flight.
elastic band behind your head.
Holding
Tighten
position
the strap
waiting for
if
the visual.
necessary,
Thank you
breathe
and
normally.
goodbye.
Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Please securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight. We're prepared for takeoff. Please note the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
V1. Good evening, everyone. I can see some people are really up tonight. Levy Brown, Atlanta, 6 a.m., 2:36. Las Vegas, United Airlines. Is that your flight, or is that the flight you want me to do? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. 7,000 feet and climbing. This is a fun plane to fly. You can see I had to look down to save my frame rate. It was eating my frame rate because this is 4K. This is 4K, and I'm using this huge screen. So the screen alone is going 120. No, I think 120 gigahertz. So the screen is really taking up a lot of my graphics. But I think you can appreciate it. I think you can see the, let me see. When I replay it, I'm sure it's going to show better. But let's see some of these shots so far. It looks like we're in the clouds. I like this scenery too. I mean, yeah, this view. So one thing,
We are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory.
one thing you could do for me, and I will be so grateful, is if anybody's watching this, if you've watched any of my previous videos, would you please let me know if you notice any difference in the graphics? Because this is supposed to be 4K. It's really hitting my system, but I can't really see much of a difference from what I was doing earlier, which was about 2K. So please just let me know. You can just type something, if you notice any much difference, because I definitely can notice a difference in my FPS. Like, it's definitely hitting the video card, but I just want to know if it's worth investigating a graphics card upgrade. Currently, what is there is a 4090, but the level I'm trying to take this is definitely an investment. So if they can upgrade it, I've asked them if they can upgrade it to the latest one. That would be great. If they're not going to be able to upgrade it, then I don't know. But as a streamer, it's very, very important to me that I stream in at least 4K. I would love to be able to stream. I need a system that I can play X-Plane and Microsoft in full configuration with 4K in 4K. Yeah, I want a unit that can be able to do that. I was hoping that this Dell would, but you can see from my configuration, it's not the full. So here's my configuration right now. Let's pull it up. So here's my configuration. It's high, don't get me wrong, but I want it to play in. You notice that when we were taking off, I had my screen based on like the FMC area. Yeah, I was trying to save on the FPS, because you can see the FPS was being hit as we were going up because of the views. So I kept it low so that there's not much coming into the screen, into the view of the camera. So that's why. But I want a system that can give me that. What we just watched. I want a system that can give me that in 4K, like blow it like seamless. So this is I have currently 4K. These are the different configurations I have. I'm gonna have to bring this rendering scale down. I'm gonna bring it down to 100. Yeah. Turn that off. Yeah. So what my aim, my hope is, I want to be able to play this game. 50% will be 60. The refresh rate. No, it's okay. I want to be able to play this game in full configuration, like full blast. and still be able to stream. If you know of any such system, let me know. This currently my system is, this is my system right here. Let me pull it up on the screen. And this is not to say anything bad about Dell. Please don't get me wrong. But I am disappointed. And I'm just being honest about it. I'm the kind of person that, like, if you have ever had an excellent, if you've ever been to a hotel and had a phenomenal stay, like you had this one agent that was like, oh my God, like, when you talk about hospitality, that's who embodies it. That would be me. Yes. So when I receive treatment that is below my expectation, I expect a lot. I expect the highest standard because I give you the highest standard. So that's what I expect back. It's only fair. So when I receive a treatment that is not the highest standard, it's kind of personal. So my expectations of Dell definitely fell short here because all my laptops have been Alienware. I was with Dell Alienware when they had those. If you really want if you really want a laptop graphics card that has the power of a processor, you have to buy this extension. There's this thing that they used to have. I don't know if they still have it, but there's this thing that they used to have where you can put a graphics card in and now attach it to the laptop, and the graphics card of the that graphics card now functions as though is a desktop. Like, it has more power basically. So that is how much I've tried to play this game in full spec. Then I suddenly saw this ad. It was with Dell, and I just got my job at Amazon at that time, and Amazon was so generous. They gave me some money up front. Now they have let me go, and they need that money back. So now that's a problem. So, but anyway, now I got this, but I can't tell you how disappointing this has been. So this is let me pull it up. And like I said, this is not to knock off Dell or anything. It's just, sometimes you just have to be honest enough to let them, if they do well, you let them know they do well. If they don't do well, you let them know they don't do well. Like, you gotta be honest and upfront with them, because I think that's the only way they can grow. That's the only way they can improve. So this is a Dell R16. Where is it? I'm trying to get the configurations for you. Yes. Okay, so this is the configuration. It's Intel Core i9 14900KF. It's Windows 11 Pro. It's NVIDIA GTX 4090. It has a memory RAM of 64 gig. That's it. And they listed it here for $399.99. So, but they had it on sale for like 25% off or something at that time. So my initial reaction when I got it, the excitement, Like, you have no idea how long I've been trying to play this game in full specs. Like, it almost feels like if I die and somebody touches me and says, "Oh, now you can play it in full specs," that I would literally wake up. That's how serious it is. So you can imagine my excitement when I opened the box. I think for the FedEx guy that delivered it, I think I tried to get his phone number to meet him at his house before he leaves his compound, because that's how excited I was to receive the system. so I put it on. I downloaded it. I was like, wait a minute. Why is it lagging? I was like, okay, something is not right. I played X-Plane. I played this. I said, what? I tried to figure out how can you increase the power. Because Dell, it looks like Dell did all the pre-configuration, but they have the configuration wrapped, like locked. So you can't like try to, what's the word they use when they try to increase the performance? There's a word, there's an IT word for it. Oh gosh, why is it escaping my mind now? Like when you try to stretch the limits of the computer, of the system, when you try to stretch the limits, overclock. Thank you, overclock. So, but it was locked. So Dell does not like that, I guess, because maybe it doesn't, it's not stable and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I wasn't really satisfied with it. After a while, the next thing was one of my, because I have two screens. One of my screens started acting crazy. I tried the cable, it wasn't the cable. It was obviously issue with the computer. And this is a computer that is barely, like 3-4 weeks old. So I contacted Dell. Excellent customer service, by the way. Excellent. Like, there's no doubt about that, hands down. But I just don't, excellent service or not, I just don't believe in buying a new product and having to call customer service in 4 weeks. I don't like that idea. You understand? I don't like that idea. The inconvenience. I mean, think about it. Supposing I was a customer that had mobility issues and I live somewhere in God knows where, and supposing this was my business, supposing this was something I had gathered enough money to kick off as a business, and now suddenly I'm having this issue. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be considerate of others. Anyway, but they really took care of it. They had a guy come here, and he said he changed the motherboard, I think. Then there was some little improvement. Then it went back again. It got so bad that you know how you drag the mouse over the screen? The mouse, as you just drag the mouse really drags. Like this, there's nothing. Like, I'm just talking about just starting my computer and just playing with the mouse on the screen, So it's not like it has a load on it or anything, So they nicely sent me a box, and I sent it back to them. Then they fixed it and they brought it back. Now, so this is my issue, and I made a video of this, but I decided not to post it because I just, at some point, I know I shouldn't, and I know I tell people don't give up, but sometimes, sometimes, you just, see, rich people don't have this kind of problem. See, rich people don't have this kind of problem. Because if it was Oprah, for instance, if it was Oprah that ordered that, she wouldn't just have ordered the computer. She would order these people that will service it. You know what I'm saying? Like she would have people that would open the box. She would have people that would test it. She would have people that would do all that. I don't. So here I am, sending back the computer, and I got it back, and I was so disappointed. Let me tell you something. I did, if Dell wants me to show them the picture, I'll show them the picture. I took a video of it, actually. What I noticed was that when I opened the box, it was very dusty. Like when I say dusty, it was like something that was sitting, like it was dusty. And as I put out the box, a roach jumped out. Oh my God. I said, you know what? I said, it's okay. I'm not calling Dell again. Let it go. It's okay. That's it. But I'm done with Dell for now. Like, that's it. If ever I get enough money, I'm selling this like ASAP, even if I don't care if it's half the price I bought it. And I'll get something that is more suited for a gaming system. I believe a gaming system that costs $4,000 should be able to, I should be able to walk inside it literally. For $4,000, I should fly a real plane. You know, it should be so realistic. You know, but here I am, reducing configurations. And this is supposed to be a 4090 graphics card, 24 gig dedicated. Like, I can't imagine, like, honestly, I feel that Dell, I don't know if any other person has had issues with the Dell R16, or is it just me? Because I'm not satisfied with this at all. Like, this is not the quality I expected from Dell. It's not. I've had Alienware. I've had Alienware laptops. I've played this game so many times on Alienware, and what I'm experiencing here feels like what I'm experiencing when I used to have the 3070 Super or something like that. But it's not. It's not supposed to be like that. Anyway, so we are climbing 33,000 feet coming up. So, yeah, I want to be able to play this game in full, like 100% full specs with no issues. All right, now we can look outside without, see, it's still dragging a bit. See, it's still dragging. See that? See that? You see what's happening? It's not smooth. It's not smooth. It's not smooth. And for heaven's sake, this is just what it's drawing. It's not like houses and bridges, and it's just this landscape. I know it's much, but... And why is this aircraft dirty? Is it dirty, or is it my... Is it dirty? Hold on. Is this okay? Is this dirty or is it? If you look at it from the angle, it looks fine. Okay, it looks like shadows. I don't know. But anyway. Let me see, what is the most powerful? Oh, you know one, hold on. I would like to hear I would love to hear from someone who uses Apple. I want to know how Microsoft performs with Apple. Because I'm thinking I may have to switch to Apple if I can get better graphics. Let me see Apple. There is this Apple desktop. Oh my gosh. It's about 14,000. Now that you probably have to, let me pull this up. Let me change the screen capture to show the Google Chrome. So let's look at this together. Okay. So let's see Apple Mac. Yes, this is it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, this is it. Can you imagine playing Microsoft Flight Sim in this? Wow. Hey. Hey. Did you see that? Look at that. Its rendering performance is almost 3 times that of a MacBook that is 28 core. I want to be rich enough to just do this, right? I want to be wealthy enough to just come here, click buy. Let me tell you exactly. These people that say money doesn't buy happiness. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Look. Okay, this is exactly what, if I can do this, just come here. This is more expensive, so I guess it must be better. Just I'm buying like Oprah. Like, I'm gonna pretend right now that I'm Oprah. I just bought this for a friend of mine, and they just called me and they don't like this. And I've called and I've spoken with the CEO of Dell directly at midnight. They had to wake him up, and now I'm not happy and I'm trying to replace the desktop. So that's what I'm about to do. So this is Oprah at work, so bear with me. Okay, let's see. Why not? Let's go there. Let's go there. We don't need all this. We don't need all this. How far have we gone? 11,000. I'm not done yet. Hold on. We're not done. We're not done with the accessories. Hold on. Calm down. We're not done with the accessories. Okay. You see, these are the regular ones. We don't want that. With a thing this level, you want. Let's go with the magic mouse and the pad. Okay. So that's fine. This is good. This is good. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine 76 core GPU? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how fast? Okay. So, hey, Oprah, please. I need that. I need the Amex card, please. Okay. So here we go. Display. Oh, you thought we were done? Heck no. And we need what? You think? No, we need 2 of these. We need 2 displays. I can hear my plane. Hold on. What's going on? Hold on. Okay. We are 33,000 feet. I just peeped in the cockpit, made sure everybody's good. We had hit a... Oh, we are going fast. 565. Okay. All right. So let's go back to Opera shopping. So we have right now nano texture glass. Don't know. It's 5,000. It looks good. So we need 2 of those. Pro stand. $1,000 for that. Well, why not? We are Oprah. We need 2. So we add that. Okay. And we can get this very cheap price at Walmart. But sure, why not? $199. We need 2. We're already 19,000. Hold on. Remember, I've not added 2 of these. This is just 1 of each. So let's add. Oh, something else here. Okay. So let's add to bag. Okay. We'll review bag. Go back here. Come on, bag. Open up. All right. So, yes, 1. This is, we need 2 of these screens. Therefore, we need 2 stands. And we need 2 of these. Okay. Can you believe that? Excuse me, I need water. I need water. I don't know if you heard that in the background. That was my cat. I have a cat. The name is Bella. So I was trying to get her to come in before I close the door, because she likes to do her own thing. Like she moves around like she owns this place. I know she doesn't pay rent. Okay? And yes, I tried to put her on TikTok. She was an absolute failure. Well, she disagrees, but that's where we are. You know, she thinks she owns this place. Like you need to see her. Like I just tried to go to get something to drink, and she jumped out. So now it's time for bed, and I'm trying to get back in the room. I got in the room. I'm like, come on in. And she just sat outside the room looking at me. And I tried to shut the door, and she came in between the door and the where I need to, to shut the door, blocking the way. I'm like, I don't have time for this, Bella is an interesting story. I moved into this new place, and I had that time, my job, I used to leave very early in the morning, like around 6. Then I noticed the cat used to come out every morning. Like, it's almost like the cat would notice my door open and then suddenly come out, So after a while, I started putting some food out for the cat. So we became good friends, and I called him Tommy. So Tommy and I became good friends. Sometimes when I come home and I parked all the way at the end of the block, Tommy would run all the way to the end of the block, wait outside for me to get out of my car, and then literally walk with me to the house. I'm not kidding you. My neighbors told me later that it was that the person that used to live where I moved into abandoned the cat. So that was what happened. So I said, okay. I said, maybe Tommy wants to come inside, right? So I got all these things for the skin to make sure all this stuff to make sure that we don't get any ticks or anything. I treated him and took him to the vet. And I said, okay, maybe Tommy is a house cat. Maybe Tommy is missing being inside the house. Come to find out that Tommy didn't really want to just sit in the house. Tommy wants to go out when Tommy wants to go out, and then come back in when Tommy wants to come back in. So I noticed that was the arrangement Tommy wanted, but I wasn't in for that. No. I wasn't gonna have that. So I said we had long conversations. Then one day, Tommy was in the house. Then Tommy was screaming like you would think he was a human being. And I said, okay, maybe he wants to go out. So I opened the door and Tommy ran outside. Right by the doorstep, Tommy started getting by 2 other cats. And it was strange because Tommy was at the bottom. That was when I discovered that it wasn't a Tommy, it was Tammy. So it was a female. It wasn't a male cat. Because I didn't know how to know how do you know cat, male or female? It's kind of difficult, So I presumed wrong. So it was a female. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So you are a female. Now the problem is that after a while, Tammy disappeared, and a few weeks before the disappearance, I noticed that Tammy was gaining weight. So my friend told me that she might be pregnant, and he told me that if she's pregnant, that she will bring the kittens to me to show me. I was like, okay, let's wait and see. So after a while, Tammy disappeared. I never heard from Tammy, nothing. And then one morning, I was getting ready to go to work. And something I'll just call it something. I don't know what it is. Something just said to me, no need to go this early. Just give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. So I decided to just stand there on my porch for 10 minutes. And as I just stood there, I heard a meow. I heard a meow. Then I looked. And guess what? I saw Tammy with one little one and then one in her mouth. So she had one on the ground and one in her mouth. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is true. Somebody's a mother today. Somebody's a mother now. You know? So as I stood there looking at her, it's like she looked up at me and said, hold on 1 second. Don't move, just stay right there. It's like then she ran away, and next thing I saw her running back with another one in her mouth. We went through this 4 more times. So I went from having 0 to 6, 1, 2, 3, no, 8. 8 kittens. I got 8 of them. So I took them all in. I took Tammy in with them. You know, it was during that time that I had my disappointing experience with my job. And I've noticed in my life, and you know, this is a personal thing to me, and it talks about my relationship with my God. Every time, I'm a very free-spirited person. I'm a person that believes the best in people. I'm a person that gives the best in everything I do. And therefore, it hurts when I get, undercut. But what I noticed was that. Hold on 1 second. Let me do something for my mom real quick. Okay. So, what I'm about to show you now, if you're an emotional person, I suggest you don't watch this because this is too much love right here. This is, if you love cats, be careful because this is, I'm about to show you something that is so much love is shown in this video. You will not believe it. But here is me and Bella and the other babies. I made a little TikTok video of it. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Where is this? I'm trying to get this to play. Okay, media player. This must be it. I think. Is that the media? Yeah, that's the media player. It should play. Why is it not playing? Automatic or 10? Okay, there you go. Okay. I hope you're ready for this. This is too much love. This is too much love right here. I made this TikTok. Okay, here it goes. The one on my shoulder is Bella. All these other ones are the siblings, if you want to call them that. So look at it. That's Bella. That's Bella. You see that? This is how this cat. So all of them. You see how this whole place is a mess. Look at that. Now, there's a story behind this. I went and I got this, had this all set up, but guess who started this whole? Guess who was the initiator of this mess? Bella. And that's Bella right there. Bella was the first one to discover that you can't get out of here. And not only that, but you can go back also inside. So Bella discovered how to go in, how to get out, and how to go in. And that is by bending one side and then going in. So all of them figured it out. So that's the mess you see here. And this is Bella right here. Look at her. So beautiful. That's Bella right there. Always on my body. Always. Like she doesn't leave my side alone. The other day when I went for my Amazon leadership conference thing, I went with Bella, and the time that we're gonna, scan her, I was trying to get her out of the bag, and she was not. I was trying to put her back. Yes, I was trying to put her back, but she wasn't trying to go back into the bag. She was holding on to me. All her claws was on me, and the whole airport, all I heard was, "Oh." I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I didn't even know people were looking at us, but she didn't want to leave me. She just, yeah, and this happened the time, as I mentioned earlier, that I had that issue with my job, and I believe that God knew I was so devastated that this came my way. I needed this to mentally go through it. You understand? Maybe it's not making sense to you, but every time in my life, I notice that whenever I go through something that is very deeply troubling to me, I get an animal. An animal comes my way. The other time it was Bruce. You know, it was Bruce. Looking, I can show you a picture of me and Bruce. I'm going to pull it up. The other time it was Bruce. And that dog really helped me through. He helped me go through that tough time that I went through. Now this. And I said, God knew that it was so bad that I needed 8 kittens to keep me from running insane. Not 1, not 2, not 3. I needed 8. That is, and it was so much fun. So this is one of our days together. Like, this is it. This is what we go through every day. Like, see that smile. See that smile. Behind this smile, there's a lot of pain. And I hate the fact that most people I've discovered that are extremely resilient, they're usually the people that have gone through the worst pain. And I hate the fact that people have to learn from pain. No, we shouldn't have to all learn from pain. Whatever we went through, whatever hardship we went through, whatever sufferings we went through, we do not need others to go through it too. People do not need to suffer to prove themselves. If we can help, people should not and should never need to suffer to prove themselves. So this is God sent to me. And that smile, that smile, I don't know, it's always there. For some reason, I go through a lot of tough times. Some of them I agree, some of them may be my fault. Sometimes I make bad decisions. And those are easy to own up to. When you mess up, it's kind of easy to sort of say, okay, I know, I messed up. But when you do everything you're supposed to do, when you do the right thing, and somebody decides to mess your life up for no reason, just because of how they feel about you, is very bad. So that's me and Bella. So the others I took to the animal place. Bella, I kept Bella. So Bella has been with me. I named her Bella because I put out a thing out there on social media asking people what names, because I wanted to name all of them. So I decided to just name her because she was so, always on me. Look at us playing. Look at us. Look at that face. Look at her face. Everything is a challenge to her. She got to win every battle. Look at that. You see the determination in that face? Most kittens will be like, No, not Bella. She's like, huh? Is this a game or am I going to win this? That's her. See? Look at that. This is me when I wake up almost every morning. Every morning. I wake up and this is... So one morning I was like, okay, I just reached out and I grabbed my cell phone that was nearby and I just took a picture. This is me waking up, and that's Bella on top of it. And this is not how we go to sleep. She has her own little mansion. She has her own thing going on. But every time I wake up, Bella is laying down like this on top of me. Like this. This is it. Sometimes God, they are more than animals. They are more than animals. They are more than animals. They are more than pets. Some things we can't speak on with much certainty because we cannot prove them. But I believe there is something unique about our furry friends, our four-legged and two-legged friends. But anyway, that's the story of Bella. So, so you can see, even with all this, the computer is still dragging a little bit. Still, see, it's dragging. Like it shouldn't. Who lives here? Are you serious? Wow, people live here? Where is this? Hold on. Where is this? Let me see. You can see how the graphics card is really trying to survive. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting, right? I'm not a computer whiz. I'm not a computer guru. But I know from my past experience that whenever I start playing this game, of course, I put a load on my GPU. And of course, I start hearing the sound from my system. Anytime I turn on the game, I hear woom, woom, like it shows me that something is up. But for some reason, this computer here from Dell, I don't hear a ping showing that it's loading. Like, I don't even hear that it has a load on it. So I have this funny feeling that somebody needs to overclock this. I have a funny feeling that I have a 12-cylinder engine, but Dell, to be on the safe side, reduced the performance to 2 cylinders because they feel that it's where it's most stable. I mean, look at this. I feel like turning off the thing at this point because this is not the performance I want. This is ridiculous. This is not the performance for a 4,000. It's not what you expect from a 4,000 computer. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. It keeps dragging. Look at that. See, it keeps dragging. Look at that. Anyway. So this is us. We've got a long way to go. I'm trying to see where we are at. Okay, so this is where we just left now. That we saw those, yeah, people actually live here. You can see. Yeah. People live here. This was, sorry, this was where we just left. But it looks so, it doesn't look like, okay, I see something here. I don't know. Yeah, you see how you see how it's still freezing. I don't like that at all. Yeah, it's not doing it well. But anyway, I wanted to show you. Okay, so this is what I want to show you right here. It's one of my this is Bruce. And I'll tell you something interesting about this picture too. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing. All right, give me a second. Let me see why it's not showing. But I was going to tell you something about that picture. Okay, let's see. Is it going to show this? Okay, it's showing this. But it's showing, that's not what I want. Okay, there you go. All right, here we go. Okay. So this is a very interesting picture. This was my roommate. He was trying to make fun of me. That I'm praying with my dog. Do you know where this picture ended up being my proof of this? Look behind me. Do you see these machines? These two machines are currently involved in 2 lawsuits. This is the what's this called? This is the well, this is a CPAP machine, and then, oh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So that's a CPAP machine, and that's the cleaner. So both of these are involved in lawsuits. So he took this picture to kind of mock me, but it ended up working out good because this picture was my proof that I truly was using these two machines. Yeah, I use a CPAP. I have sleep apnea. So if you honestly, oh my goodness, if you know somebody that, I'm not a doctor, but if you know somebody who has sleep issues, man, please, 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 let them go and see a sleep doctor, man. I've known 2 people now that have died from their sleep. I'm not saying that this would have helped, but I believe, like, when I did my sleep study, look, I was going to medical school. I tried medical school. I did my first year. I was done. There was a problem. I felt like trying to study was a problem. I could sleep for 10 hours. If I wake up and I open my book, I fall asleep. I didn't know what was going on. Then we were drinking coffee in, like, literally, like, sometimes we try to be up for days just to study. But of course, I went to see an eye doctor. And the eye doctor said to me, "Wow, when was the last time you slept?" I said, "What do you mean?" "I slept last night." He said, "I don't think so." He said, "It looks like you haven't slept in 2 years." I said, "What do you mean?" He said I should go and see a sleep doctor. He said I should tell my primary care that I need to see a sleep doctor. Note that up till now, I never knew that I had a sleep problem. I just knew that I snored. And that's part of why I'm probably still single today. Because it's, that's why I always try to sleep by myself, because I don't feel comfortable, because I feel like as if I'm snoring so loud, So, but it was a problem, but I didn't know it was a problem. So, do you know that I went to do my sleep study? Do you know what my sleep study showed? According to them, my sleep study showed that there were several times, almost about 8 times within 7 hours of sleep, that I stopped breathing. For one of them, I can't remember whether 25 seconds or something. That I did it about 8 times. That they almost had to wake me up. So literally in my sleep, I stopped breathing 8 times. That's why I could sleep for 10 hours and try to start my daily task, and I start feeling sleepy. I would go to bed early, wake up in the morning, open my books to read, and I start getting sleepy. So that was why. So I started using the CPAP machine, and I can tell you it was like, the difference was like night and day. Please, if you know anybody, and all these people, please don't come and don't be one of those people that is like, "Oh, I will sleep when I die." No, please. I heard that from a celebrity, and I can trust me. I don't think he's sleeping on the same bed that I sleep on. They are different. I didn't even know that sheets, that there are some sheets that are so silky that they are supposed to put you to sleep. So if you go and listen to a celebrity that tells you, I will sleep when I die," And this is what he or she sleeps on. Don't compare yourself to those people, man. So yes, it greatly improved my sleep. Like it was like night and day, I'm telling you. By that time, I had dropped out of medical school. You know. So yeah, it's very important. So this is Bruce. This is Brucey Bruce. Look at him. So attentive. like he knows what he's saying. Like he's, like he knows what the heck I'm doing. And this is the breviary. We use this in the monastery. It's the Catholic breviary. I'm thinking of doing a YouTube thing where I play the choral and I pray with people. But that's us. That's Bruce. That's why I brought it up. My little Bruce. The same, almost the same coating as Bella. Almost the same coating as Bella. You know. So God sent Bruce my way during the COVID. It was tough. But he was an angel to me. And what happened to Bruce? Someone told me that he has a female. Someone saw me and he said he has a female and he's trying to breed her. So we agreed that Bruce was gonna do that. He didn't follow our agreement. So, if I knew what was happening, he came up with some story. And I don't know where he is. He doesn't answer calls. He doesn't live there anymore, all that stuff. So maybe God's plan was just to have Bruce with me for the time that I was so down. And now Bella. When people tell you that they are so close to some of their four-legged, two-legged friends, you should take it seriously. Because I believe God speaks through them. You know? God spoke to me through Bruce, that's for sure. It's 2:38. This flight will go on for 8 hours and 18 minutes. So I'm about to hand over to the co-pilot. Then I'll go to bed. So 8 hours means that we should be arriving at about, it says 8 hours and 17 minutes. So that will be, I'll be online then at, I'll be online excuse me, 10:30. I'll be online at 10:15. Let's make it 10:15 in the morning. Eastern Standard. So we can arrive Charles de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle. We can arrive in France, Paris. Have I been to Paris? No, I've not been to Paris. Wait a minute. I've been to UK. I've not been to Ireland. I've not been to Paris. Okay, it's easy to know where I've been from the flights I've taken because it was just by flying through that place. So I've been, KLM, so that's Amsterdam and Schiphol. So KLM, I've done that. Virgin, that's Heathrow, I've done that. British Airways, that's Heathrow, I've done that. Emirates, Dubai, done that. What other? Lufthansa, done that. What other airline have I flown? International. Yeah, I think those are pretty much it. So we'll be back 10 o'clock. Make it 10, between 10 and 10:15 Eastern. Have a good night. And please consider subscribing. Consider, I don't know, some people are asking me, what do you want to do with this? I want to do whatever is the best for this. I want whatever is the best for this. I don't have money right now, so, if somebody that's willing to work pro bono, or if somebody is willing to work with me in some kind of partnership, I would love that. I talked about if somebody that is into, and that's the other thing. I wish in this world, sometimes, well, I understand, sometimes it's good, like in a situation like my situation right now, that I know what I need, but I don't have the money for it. And I meet somebody that has the skills and that can do it, but I don't have the money for him. But he's willing and able to do it based on the fact that I have some kind of agreement. You see, those should be very easy to come by. But no. We have so lost trust and faith in each other. Nobody's going to do that. And I don't blame anybody if they don't. Honestly, I don't. But that is bad. That is bad. And yet we all want people who keep it real. We all want people who are genuine. We want people who are honest, who are 100% reliable. Anyway, sleep is knocking at my door. And I'm one of those people that if sleep comes, I have to answer. Because if I don't answer, if I miss that opportunity, it's probably another 2 days before I can sleep again, So yes, sleep is coming. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Don't worry, I'm gonna put up a camera soon. My friend told me that I need to put up a camera so that my viewers can see me and that it can increase communication and dialogue. Right now, it's just me talking, and I didn't mean it to be that way. I want a situation where I can engage in a conversation with somebody. I want somebody to come online and we just talk. We just like I do with my friend. That's what I want. I never intended this channel to be me talking. I intended this channel to be, hey James, you want to fly with me? Let's fly. Then we talk. I talk to James. How are you doing? What's going on? How's your day going? There's always a way to find something to talk about. But it was never intended to just be me flying and talking. No. So please, if you're interested, if you're one of those people watching, and I'll soon get a camera so that it will increase our communication, and we can talk. We can talk about anything and everything. We can talk about anything and everything. We can talk about your experiences in life. I really want to know if there's any good, if there are still good people out there. At Hartsfield, Atlanta, I have once picked up a wallet full of British pounds. I didn't count them, but I know that at least 30,000 pounds was in that bag. At least. And I was sitting right next to where Nigeria Flight 54 was boarding. I knew it was a Nigerian that had to have owned that thing. I walked right past everybody. I held the bag high because I said it's not something you start asking people. Just hold the bag. Whoever owns it will know when they see it. Because what happened was I sat down, I bought some food to eat. So I sat down, and then to put my food down, I saw the bag right underneath the chair. So that's exactly the same gesture that the person must have made. So it's a person that must have bought food, dropped the bag, and then left without remembering to pick up their bag. And it was full of cash. And yes, this is the truth. This happened at least, I think it's probably 7-8 years ago. It's a long time ago. But I just held it up, and I remember this Nigerian man from nowhere. Oh my God. This man almost wrestled me to the ground. My bag. I said, Oga, I'm not stealing your bag. I'm trying to make sure you get your bag. So how is it that a person that is that genuine finds it so difficult to fit in? I lost a lot of people that, they were not friends in the first place, but I'll say acquaintances. But they refused to be called acquaintances. They believed they were friends. So when I showed them what I do to friends, when I showed them the bar, they were not able to measure up to it. The bar is high. My life changed when I stopped giving priority to people who never gave me priority. They became angry. They became offended. It doesn't make sense why some people don't like you to treat them the way they treat you. I once had a boss that would yell at me, and she was female. She would yell and yell. And I will never forget, we went to the HR. And her excuse was that that's how she talks. I said to the HR, I'm going to start talking like that. And then she was like, no. It's okay. I'm sorry. You're yelling at somebody. Somebody's telling you you're yelling at them. And your response is, that's how you talk. I was going to start talking that way. All of us will start talking that way. My problem is that I will talk louder. So, but yeah, it's, I would love, you can see I talk about this a lot. I talk about people a lot. I feel people's pain. I feel people's pain in a very deep way. And they don't even have to be related to me. They don't even have to, I don't even know them. But somehow I just feel their pain. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting by what other people have done to them. I am begging you, if you're a manager, if you're responsible for associates, I'm begging you in the name of God. I'm begging you. With all my heart, I am begging you. I'm begging you with every fiber of my being. I beg you. Be fair. I know life is not fair. I want you to be fair. Let us stop telling people life is not fair. Don't worry about life for him or her. Worry about what you are doing right now. Be fair. Treat people like you would like to be treated. Treat that young lady like you would like your daughter to be treated. Treat that young man like you would like your son to be treated. Be fair. They don't have to like you. You don't have to like them. You have no idea what some of your workers go through. Some of them you cannot imagine what they are going through. You as the manager, yes, I know you go through stuff. Yes, I know you go through stuff. But there's a difference going through stuff with 6 figures and going through stuff with minimum wage. Your stuff is probably that you don't have enough time to spend with your family, that you don't have enough time to go to Cancun, that you don't have enough time to go to Mexico, you don't have enough time to travel to Lagos. That's probably what your problem is. But we're talking about something life or death for some people. Some people can't eat. But they wake up. They show up. Do you know the least you can do for them? The least you can do for people is just to leave them alone to do their work. You don't have to like them. And because they don't like you doesn't mean that you have to punish them. Be fair. Let them call you tough. Let them call you mean. Let them call you serious. Let them call you everything. But let everybody agree that you were fair. You gave everybody what they deserved. Anybody you fired knew they were about to be fired. Anybody you promoted knew they were about to be promoted. Be fair. It's really that simple. Be fair. A lot of you are holding some people back. Yes, I will not mention his name. I'll teach him a lesson. I'm his boss. I'm not going to promote him. I'm not going to promote her. Who does she think she is? Come here driving a Lexus and I'm driving a Toyota. She's crazy. She's too proud. Who does she think she is? I'm not going to promote her. And by the way, you know the funny thing? The funny thing is, this is the boss that is making 6 figures, and this is the lady that is making barely 33,000. So the boss can just decide to get 20 Mercedes if he or she wants. But he or she is jealous because of an associate that is driving a better car. But the salary is the main thing. Why would you making 350K be envious of what an employee that is making 45K drives? Why should it trouble you? Like, this world is crazy. Why? I heard one lady talk about, every time I drive, I used to do this Uber Black, and I get to talk to people. I love talking to people. I love conversing with people. So sometimes I get to hear some of the things that people talk about, and some of the things that, and it amazes me sometimes. Oh, before I forget, I must say this, and it's very important. .999% of the people I've driven have been wonderful. So where are all these mean people? Where are all these crazies? I've driven people and I've had some most interesting conversations. Like I'm telling you, man, like I've been writing them down too. Like it's so interesting the amount of conversation that, okay, I'll give you one example. And the thing that struck me about it was, I think he made an impression on the gentleman. So this gentleman got in my car. He was a white guy, and I was listening to XM. I always have my car on XM channel. What's it called? It's the Coffee House. Those of you who have XM radio, the Coffee House, because I drive a lot of people, so that the Coffee House is kind of mellow. It's a general thing. Everybody is cool with everybody. I don't have to worry about curse words coming up, that kind of thing. So he got in my car, in my truck, and the Coffee House was playing. So he said to me, it's okay. It's okay. Play what you like to play. So I told him, no, this is what I like to play. He said, no. Play what you really like to play. I was like, hold on. This is what I like to play. I told him this is what I like to play. He said, are you serious? I said, yes. I said, for heaven's sake, I was in the monastery for how long? I don't like noise. I like quiet. I like peace. I like jazz. I like mellow songs. That's when he said, oh, I'm so sorry. And I knew right there and then that he just learned something. And I could tell he was a very intellectual person. Like I could tell that the moment he saw what happened in that moment, and it was a learning experience for him. And I was glad to be part of it. Because he said, wow, I was wrong. He kept saying, he kept repeating it to himself. That was when I knew that this man takes things very seriously. He kept saying to himself, wow, I was wrong. I was very wrong. This was what he kept saying. I was very wrong. I was very wrong. I was wrong. And he started apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm wrong. Like he just kept repeating it. So I believe what happened was he looking at me as a black person, he probably felt that I like rap. I like a certain kind of genre. And that I change, that's what I listen to. But then when I have people, white folks, I guess, I listen to something else. So that's a bias. But he wasn't even aware of it. But he has learned from it, So, I what time is it? Oh, Lord, it's 3 o'clock. No. I need to go to bed. But yeah, those things, they really, to me, my goodness, if I give you some of the experiences I had doing that, here's another one. Like, my school was closed. And like I mentioned earlier, the CEO eloped with our money. I'm one of those people that believe strongly that you don't quit a job unless you have another job, you know. So the CEO disappeared. So all our summer pay, she didn't do it. So in that time, I decided to do Uber, DoorDash, all that stuff. And it's a lot of driving. And I felt I needed some entertainment that was specific. And I wanted something specific to the diasporans. I wanted something to the experience I had or I was still having as a person in diaspora. I couldn't find one, so I created one. I created a radio station called Farika Radio. And what I was doing in Farika Radio was every time I engaged in an interesting conversation with a passenger, I would extrapolate that during my radio show. So on one such occasion, we were talking about mental health. I picked up this lady, and my station, because I had the app and everything. Let me see if I can even pull it up here. I found one version of it. I'm looking for the one that had the whole listing on it. Okay, I think that was it. So this is it right here. This is my logo. Trying to pull it up. Okay. That's it. So that's my logo. Farika Radio. I have some other pictures that I can share with you later on. But I mentioned this particular lady, and I want to go to bed shortly after this. I mentioned this particular lady because she started crying. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, she told me that she just came back from burying her husband 2 weeks ago in Ghana. He committed suicide. He died by suicide. An African man. Same thing that I was telling her about us being raised not to show emotions. You know, we were told men are not supposed to cry. A man is not supposed to show his emotions. You're supposed to hold everything, bottle it all in. But that is bad. So, but I'm thinking of bringing it back again. I'm thinking of bringing back that radio show again. Because I want, and this is not about making money. This is not about making money. This is about dialogue. This is about talking. This is about talking to each other. We need that. We need to promote that in today's world. We need so much of that. We need so much of that. We need to learn. We need to see that it's okay to talk to each other. We should be able to disagree without trying to send the other to God. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to have different opinions. We should be able to argue. We should be able to have a good discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be able to talk to each other. Okay. All right. It's time to go to bed. But yeah, have a good night, and I will be back to land. 7 hours and 46 minutes flight right now to go. So that will put us at about, like I said, I'll be online at 10 a.m. I'll be online 10 a.m. Then we can land this big bird. Look at how big it is. This plane is huge. Let me try and open this again. It was freezing earlier. Okay, hide. Focus on us. Okay. Yeah, see, sleep don't come. All right, have a good night, and please help the poor if you can. If you can, help the poor. Don't overthink it. Just if you can, help.